How to tranquilize your enemies in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So there are 3 different damage types in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. There is knockout or KO, there's sleep or tranquilize, and then there's lethal damage, how you kill your enemies. But today we're going to be going over how to put your enemies to sleep, and there are a few different ways, so let's get into it. In Metal Gear Solid 3, you are given 2 primary handguns. Right here is the .45 caliber that has lethal rounds, and then the MK22 has sleep or tranquilizer rounds. Taking out your enemy with sleeper rounds gives you a better grading system when you beat the game, and it also gives you more rewards as the game goes on. Now, I suggest when you're playing the game normally and you're taking out normal enemy guards, use the silencer, but during boss fights, take the silencer off. Now, tranquilizer bullets have a timed effect depending where you shoot the enemy. Like, I'm gonna shoot the enemy in the shoulder right here. It takes around 10 seconds for the enemy to fully knock out. But this enemy soldier, I'm gonna hit him in the head, and he gets to sleep right away. Now, the Z letters you see above the enemy's head represents how long they're gonna stay asleep for. They will wear off eventually. It starts with 3, and then it goes down to 2, and then 1, and then they'll wake up. How long they stay asleep for depends on what difficulty you're playing on, and also where you shoot them. Like I said earlier, the game has different damage types, but knocking out your enemy and putting them asleep are basically the same thing. They both guarantee that the enemy survives and they are not taken out lethally. Even though you're using a tranquilizer gun, it still acts as a regular gun. You can still hold up enemies and make them drop items and also make them freeze, because they don't know you're using tranquilizer bullets. All they see is a gun pointed at them and they'll act the same as a regular gun. And of course, you can use the tranquilizer on animals too, like the enemy soldier guard dogs. Alright, so for a quick recap, a headshot makes an enemy go to sleep right away, right? But there is a tip that I forgot to mention, and all credit goes to this comment. Basically, if you shoot the enemy with a tranquilizer and then use CQC on them, they'll knock out right away, and there is no wait time. And then this made me remember, you can do more than one body shot and make the enemy go to sleep sooner. Now, using the tranquilizer gun is the most convenient and popular way to put your enemies to sleep, but there are other techniques. If the enemy soldiers are hungry and you throw a spatza or a sleep mushroom, they will eat it and then they'll knock out. There are a couple other sleep weapons to use as well, like the SIG gas spray. Spraying the gas close to an enemy will put them right to sleep. Then we have the sleep handkerchief. It's basically just a handkerchief with sleep medicine on it, and it'll put the enemies right to sleep if you grab them. Or another option with the handkerchief is push the shoot button. If you're right behind the enemy and you have to be really close, you can push the shoot button. Now, this is the easy gun, and the name itself is very obvious. It has infinite ammo, infinite suppressor, it has a laser sight, it gives you better camo, gives you better stamina, and it eliminates your footstep noise. Now, this is called the easy gun because it's given to you if you go to very easy difficulty.
Freeze.
It's also given to you as a reward if you capture every single animal and every single plant in the entire game on any difficulty. So what I said earlier is you gain better rewards if you use sleep weapons. What I was talking about specifically is if you beat any of the boss fights with sleep weapons, they will give you their camo. And every single camo has a passive effect or has different abilities. But the end boss fight is a little different. To get his camo, you have to sneak up on him and hold him up by making him freeze, and he'll give you the camo out of fear.
Here, take it and go. Freeze.
But using sleep weapons to beat the end gives you another sleep weapon as a reward, which is his sniper rifle. It uses sleep tranquilizer rounds, so it's awesome to have if you're going for a non-lethal playthrough. So this Mosin Nagant sniper controls and works basically the same as the regular sniper. It just puts your enemies to sleep instead. Alright guys, I believe that's everything. I think I included every single sleep method in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Please let me know if I missed anything. And also, if you want to stick around and look at the channel, I have other tutorials on the channel uploaded, and I'll be uploading more tutorials in the future, so stick around for that. Alright, thanks, goodbye.